What is a Bersigar? Bersigar? I'd never heard one before, but it popped up on AliExpress when I was looking at loads of other watches. And as you know, if you haven't seen my Rainbow Daytona Pagani review, you know, I went through a weird little phase of getting these crazy blinged up watches. And I got this Bersigar because I never heard of Bersigar before, and it looked very similar in terms of the case and all the other bits to a Pagani Design. It's pretty much the same price as a Pagani Design, but Pagani didn't do a fixed bezel rainbow dive style watch. I thought, I'll get this, see if the fit and finish is as good as Pagani. So if you want to see if the fit and finish and all the other details are any good, you better watch the rest of this video. So this, for many of you, is going to be repulsive. The good news is, this is a two-part video. I purposely bought this watch because I thought, as it's similar to the Pagani Design in case size, it's got the NH35 movement, the dial size it can be like on that. Everything else can be very similar. I wonder what I can do to it to transform it, because I just love doing that. It's so much fun. Just to have a tinker and have a transform and take something to look from this to what is going to be part two, which will be a second video, which will come along shortly. So this first video is just a review of this in its standard form and to see if it's up to scratch, if you do like the styling, if you do like the details, etc. that are on here. Great, happy days, buy it, enjoy it as standard. I'll stick an affiliate link in, won't cost you any more money. I get a tiny bit of commish. But I'm not doing that for that reason. I'm doing this because I love modding watches. I love these because they're so cheap to mess about with. So you can buy it in, tinker, mess about, change it, and it doesn't cost you much. And I call this sort of entry-level Chinese modding scene, if you will. And I love doing it. So let's start from the front. This bezel doesn't rotate, but I've already had a look to see how it's attached, and it actually is just stuck on. So it's not rotatable. It's just stuck on, and it's got these fake jewels in here. I like it, just adds a bit of colour. But for those of you who don't like it, don't worry, I've got an idea. I've still got the sticker on here, but it's got a screw down crown for its 100 metre water resistance. And it's the same on the back. It's pretty much like the Pagani Design, their Submariner. I've still got a sticker on here. Still got plenty of sticker edge when you get these. Polished sides, there we go. But yeah. Seiko NH35, 41 hour power reserve, hacking, hand winding, ultra low maintenance, really good accuracy out of the box. On the whole, fantastic movements, you can't go wrong. And these are good for 100 meters, which basically means they're great for messing about in the sea, snorkeling, and just having some fun on holiday and things like that. You don't have to worry about any water getting in. I've had 100 meter Paganis in the sea and played around and been in the pool, no problems. So it comes with a Cyclops, which is made with sapphire, as is the glass, and the magnification looks fantastic. It looks like 2.5 times. So you can see that date complication really easily. So I'm impressed with the alignment. That's the thing we always look at with Paganis, is these quality control issues with alignment, etc. And I've not found any immediate flaws on this watch yet. No obvious QC issues. So what we mean is when we start looking and playing with it, there's no play at all, zero in the solid end links. There's no sharp bits anywhere. Normally these bits are sharp on Paganis. It's not sharp on this. What else is often a problem? The clasp, which has got the nice, I'll say nice, I've no idea what Bersigar means, but it's one of those things where you're not buying it really for the name. It's just, it could sound a bit cooler than Bersigar or Bersigar, whatever that means. But it's got the Pagani Design clasp look. So it's got the usual fit and finish, but only it's slightly more honed. And my experience with all the Paganis is this corner here, they never hone it. Well, never on any of mine. I've had 5 or 6 Paganis. This has been honed. It's not sharp, look. That's what cut my son on previous Paganis, which got me angry, which I think anyone would. It's a tiny bit sharp there, but again, that's acceptable. I'm impressed. So the clasp, it's got the fold over bit there. It's really easy to open. Everything feels really good. The machining seems totally fine. I'm really impressed, to be honest. And you have got micro adjust in there, which is the same fiddly affair. If you want to reduce it in, there's the extra adjustment in there. There's a few holes, dimples inside the clasp there. But I'm already impressed. I'd say there's been a little bit more honing going on this watch, refining. There's no play or slop in any of these links. And like I said, there's nothing going on with these end links, which is to worry about. So that's a really good start, you know. Already it feels like about 20% better than a Pagani. And the price is the same. Obviously it's hideous, if that's not your bag, but I quite like it, to be honest. I did like the skeletonized rainbow, because that was just had something more, because it had the whole crazy skeleton dial. But this is a bit more weird, but I'm still glad I got it, because the plans I've got for this, which I just conjured up, are quite cool. I think it's going to look awesome. So that will be part 2, just to recap. But this video is more just a heads up on what it's like in standard form. I'm going to give you the stats now. So its thickness is the same as Pagani, 12.6. It's quite thin. Lug to lug, excluding those solid end links, is 47. So it wears quite compact, quite nice on the wrist. And the case size, isn't this, should be 40. Yeah, give or take a few mil. And I'll put it back on my wrist again. It's hard doing everything through a camera. There we are. Let's get back on my wrist. I haven't sized it down because I'm not going to keep this bracelet when I do my mod video, but yeah, it's a nice size on my 7-inch wrist. It's really good. The Loom on this is exactly the same as the Pagani's. It's the blue colour. So I'll pop up a shot now. As you can see, it's a nice blue colour, but it doesn't hold out. It's not very bright, but it's attractive, and it's not as bad as other watches I've seen. Screw down crown, it's got gorgeous threading action. It's so smooth. It's incredible, really is. Really precise feel to all the tactile aspects. So the popping out of the crown to adjust the time. Feels really good. Screws in. Look how quick and easy that was to screw in. And let's have a look at the machining. Really soft, smooth brushing. See the polishing aspects of a smudge fest. I don't like wearing white gloves or anything, but which makes it immediately smudge up. But the polishing is really smooth. There's no rippling or bits missed or anything. You do get a signed crown. Again, it's the usual Chinese affair. Excellent spec for the money. You do get water resistance. Get an exhibition case back with the Seiko movement. The fit and finish is for the money. It's an exceptional choice. And they don't just do this one. They do. Bersigar do other watches, but I think they're just a bit less known than Pagani. So if you don't want Pagani Design on your watch, or you want some other quirkier choices, I think it's worth checking one of these out. You know, it's kind of like a weird Submariner homage, but combined with rainbow, and I like that weird quirkiness. And if you like a quirky watch, you can't really go wrong with one of these, I think. But if you don't like its quirkiness, you're going to see in part 2, as I've said twice before, I will change the aspects of this which could be deemed gaudy or not good enough to make this watch look entirely different. Well, for me, it's going to cost me actually nothing. It's literally bits I've got rattling around in my box of bits. So that'll be fun. So I'm really excited about doing that, and that will come after this video. So I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of this piece, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. See, sunburst off, very nice. And I value your opinions, guys, and what your thoughts are. I'm hoping you say it's disgusting, because that'll make what I do to it next even more impressive. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.